nothing to discuss, more. I get the remedy for this stress, yeah, double cups ain't shy, see this night I choose to forget my trouble. I know everybody got things on their mind now.
Hey, this is Tiffany with the Spot. I'm here with London Brown from Raising Kanan, the hit show from Stars. I'm holding it down for my co-host, Tierra and Ron.
Boom.
London Brown is in D.C., y'all.
I'm in D.C. I'm outside.
He's outside.
I'm hungry, but I'm outside.
And he's here for the Black College Expo at the Washington Convention Center in D.C. Marv is for the kids, y'all. Marv is for the kids.
Yes.
So I don't want to waste his time, so we're going to get right into the questions about Raising Kanan season 4. And I just wanted to ask you, because on Spot Real Talk, we have a segment called Who Can Get the Hands.
Okay.
And I got to be honest with you, the first 2 episodes, you're my favorite character, but I put you on the Who Can Get the Hands list.
Okay.
Only because I'm trying to figure out why Marv is meeting with Stephano and not giving Rock a heads up.
Okay, I'll explain that. Which is, well, first of all, thank you for having me. What's your cameraman's name? We gotta give him some love too.
Darren.
Man, shout out to Darren. His locks, I know he's mixed. He's mixed with black and Jesus. this brother's locks is nice. Okay, shout out to Darren and his locks. But to your question or to your point, people understand that Marvin is trying to become his own man. So the fact that he's connecting with Stephano is because Stephano has shown up in Marvin's life at a time when Marvin's trying to establish himself. Mm-hmm. And the fact that when he did that hit in season 3 in the postman outfit, mm-hmm. the fact that Stephano acknowledged it and said, yo, Marvin, you handled your business. You gotta understand, Marvin don't never really get no recognition for anything. Rock don't really show him no love like that. Rock just let him do what he do and keep it moving. But Stephano was just like, yo, Marvin, you did a good job at that, man. That gave Marvin a sense of pride at a time when Marvin is trying to establish himself because he's been under the shadow of Rock. Mm-hmm. So, and under the shadow of a lot of people and not really getting his due diligence as far as recognition. So Stephano was like, yo, you did a good job. Marvin was like, man, finally somebody that wants to acknowledge the fact that I have been holding it down. And so that's why Marvin starts to lean with Stephano, low-key, away from Rock. It's just a personal thing. It's Marvin's way of trying to take some personal steps of growth. Like he did the anger management thing and trying to get that under control. He's working on himself, as we all do as humans. So when he connects with Stephano, this is just another step of Marvin's version of trying to better himself. He's like, man, I'm about to go and handle my own negotiations and business endeavors elsewhere. That's all it is. Marvin's still very thorough though.
Yeah, I always thought Marvin is there. I still think that.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking that I have to piggyback on that.
Yes.
Because you and Rock just met with the lawyers. The lawyers just told you that, you know, the feds just got off of you. And you just had the situation with Gerald. So I'm like, you almost got caught up with the Gerald situation. So why not give Rock a heads up? Like last season, you were saying to Rock, like when Rock said she was out the game, Marv was like, okay, you mind if I go, you know, work with Dean or whatever and stuff like you gave her a heads up then. So that's why I'm not understanding the moves now. Like, hey, Stephano hit me up because of the you mind? Like I just was like, why are you not saying nothing to Rock? I understand you trying to be your own man. I understand, but I was just like,
Let me be clear. She knows more about the show than I do. If she mentioned the characters I forgot about, because I haven't watched the show yet. I know I should watch the show, but I just haven't watched the show yet. So she knows more about. She's telling me, she's talking to me like I know. I'm listening. I'm like, oh, really? Marvin did what? I'm telling you, you know more about the show than I do. I haven't really just sat down and just watched the show. I haven't done it yet. But Marvin is not thinking about it like that. Marvin is moving in a way that he feels is just solid. He don't even he can't see past his nose sometimes. That's part of his issue. Mm-hmm. Is that the way Marvin is moving he really feels is solid. But that's why he's kind of, if he's kind of tiptoeing around behind Rock. Yes. He don't want her to know. Mm-hmm. So, but Stephano is giving him an opportunity to be his own man. So he's like, man, if this means risking Rock finding out, I'ma still hold it down and rock with Stephano at the moment.
But you know how Rock is.
Rock is smart. Rock clocking everything.
But she was tripping last season with Lou. And you had to talk her off the ledge with Lou. So if this Stephano thing blows up, like I'm nervous.
That's what I think the audience is gonna feel is like. They're like, yo. I think a lot of audience members feel like you, which is like, Marvin. We like you. You was cool. We understand you was helping the white boy out with the therapy. But Marvin, if your sister find out and you moving over, the audience feels like you.
She found out. This is episode 2.
She found out?
Episode 2. The lawyer said.
I ain't seen it.
The lawyer said, Stephano is on the Fed's radar. And said so far, they've seen Rock and they've seen Marvin. And Rock's face, for a minute, it looked like, oh, she ain't know Marvin. And so the lawyer was like, oh, you ain't know? She was like, oh, yeah, I knew. But I'm like, oh, she clocked. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a conversation with y'all. Yeah. Ooh. So I was like, oh, she going to be like, we just had this meeting. We just had this meeting with the lawyers. And we're supposed to be staying off the Fed's radar. And Marvin is meeting with Stephano behind my back, ain't giving me no heads up. So I'm like, this is going to be trouble. So I just was trying to, for 2 episodes, I've been on our show saying, what is Marvin thinking? Like, I understand wanting to be his own man, because it used to be you. You used to be the Rock before Rock.
Right.
So I understand that, but I just was like, considering everything that you guys just went through, I was like, why would he make that call and not give Rock a heads up? That's I just had to hear from you.
Well, you might know more than me.
And do you think some of this is being triggered because of the situation with Gerald, the betrayal that you feel from Gerald?
I think a lot of it, Marvin moving forward from that situation is Marvin put his heart on the line when it came to dealing with Gerald and really trying to look after him. So when he found out that he was dealing with the Fed, messing around and having whatever conversations with the Feds, that crossed Marvin in a different kind of way. that's why in this season people are going to see another side of Marvin, because his zero tolerance for disrespect is not having it.
We see
it's
that.
Not having it.
We see that. I could tell, because I was wondering if it was foreshadowing when Marv went to pick up Lou from rehab, and and you were talking to him in a car, and then Lou says, and you talk about how Gerald double crossed you and stuff like that, and Lou says, I ain't gonna do that, and you say, oh, we'll see, and I was like, ooh, it sounded like Marv is not trusting nobody, and Lou better not cross that line either. That's what I got from it. I was like, uh-oh.
She knows more about the show. As I'm listening, I'm like, I guess that's what we was going for. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So all of what you said makes sense, which is, we'll see. But I do know, I kind of remember a little bit from shooting it, Marvin's just zero tolerance this season as far as people disrespecting him across, pressing his line. Marvin not going for it because he tried to let his guard down and really help from a. Marvin is a very thorough person as far as if you his friend, he got you. Marvin's not a scumbag as far as he's not out there robbing old ladies for purses and he ain't on that. Marvin stand on business. So if you say you his friend, Marvin believes that. So when you do something outside of that, you got to pay.
Yeah.
He's not going for it.
Right.
And so again, even with Lulu, Marvin's gonna show up for his brother because he's loyal to his family and all of that sort of thing. He's thorough, and I think that if the audience can understand that through whatever Marvin goes through, he's loyal to what he's loyal to whom he's loyal to. Then they'll understand how his actions move. At the end of the day, I don't care. After all the snacks and all of the old stuff, Marvin's showing up. If you cross him or press his line, he's showing up for his family and so forth. Officer Green.
Man, you just told me who you were.
Oh, what they say? Who?
No, he said that's the.
We're doing the interview.
I'm sorry.
No.
It's okay.
No, he just told me that you playing
Raising King?
Raising
Yes.
Cane.
Oh yes, man.
Yes, this is
I
Uncle
know
Marv.
that's my show. I love it.
Oh, thank you so kindly, sister. I
Tell me who
appreciate
you
you.
were.
Thank you. No.
We're gonna take a picture after you done.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Yes, Officer Green.
Everybody loves Uncle Marv.
Yes.
As you can see, we keeping that. We keeping that.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Everybody loves Uncle Marv.
Yeah.
So we talked about that, the conversation with Lou in the car. So it sounds like you ain't gonna have much tolerance for Lou. And you mentioned Famous. In that same conversation, you said Famous is out here running his mouth. So that made me nervous. And I was just wondering, I was like, the conversation with Lou and what you brought about Famous, is that foreshadowing?
I guess, again, you may know more than me about the show. But, with these characters, they really, well, I'll put it this way. The way I play Marvin is, Marvin is just really, he's a very present guy. He's not trying to be nothing that he's not. He's living in his truth. Mm-hmm. It don't matter whether other people understand it or not. It's not his concern. Marvin really just means, he says what he means what he says. And he's trying to hold it down. That's really all what Marvin is. And so whatever he's saying about these other characters, he's just really just saying, I don't even think he's even overthinking it. He's reporting to Lou, hey man, this is going on, man. Famous been running his mouth about this and that, man. I don't know what it's looking like. And Lou, I don't know if you're gonna cross me or not, time will tell. Marvin is just being very present with everything. Mm-hmm. I don't think he gets enough credit for being who he is.
Yeah, Marvin stands on business.
That's it.
He does, he always closes the loop. He's coming clutch for Rock and everybody.
Yes.
So, I appreciate that about Marvin. It looks like the Thomas family is getting ready to have a tragedy with Mama Thomas, Joyce. And, she's entrusted this secret about her health with Kanan. And she said in the second episode, and now that we know that she's dying, that she is scared to tell her kids. So I'm just wondering, what is up with the dynamics between Mama and the kids, you, Rock, and Lou? What is up with?
I think it's not to what you're saying. I think that we, like any family, each sibling has their own relationship with the mother. Marvin is the oldest. So he got a separate relationship then. And he's the oldest and he's the son. Mm-hmm. So naturally he's gonna have a different relationship than Rock being a woman and their mother-daughter dynamic. And then Lou being the youngest, that's a different dynamic.
Yeah.
So I think as the audience watches the show, we get to find out, the audience starts to find out some insights on how the Thomas family came to be, as far as the way the household that we're raised in plays a big part in how we become as adults, and that sort of situation. So when the audience watches the show, they're gonna start to say, I think the audience is gonna start to piece together the puzzle of the Thomas family and say, oh, this is why Lou is the way he is, and Rock when she came the leader, and while Marvin might have some disdain towards his father and all of that, it's going to form, the audience is going to piece together, and it's going to be great because the audience will be able to say, oh, that's why this and that, and I'm telling you, that's Raising Kanan is a large puzzle, and each season to each episode, people start to figure out, oh, this is why Rock is like this and why she's the leader, and why Marvin didn't get rid of Sam the crackhead, because Marvin at one point was addicted to drugs. Yep. So there's some empathy there, and you start to put together and say, okay, boom, this is why this, and this is why Marvin felt like he needed some respect. Oh, because at one point he was running the family because his father unalived himself, and so that made Marvin have to step up when maybe he wasn't in a position and an age or maturity to do it, but he did it anyway. But the fact that he stepped up for that and he was in control, and now he has to take orders from his younger sister, all of that. Shout out to Sasha Penn and the writers, because they put this thing together. They wrote this project in a way. The audience is we're hanging. I'm saying I'm a part of the audience. We're excited. What's going on next? Who's going to figure out what? We're all discussing. Look, we don't get the season. We don't get all the seasons or the complete season in one table read. I'm saying this to say that we as actors are discovering the show like the audience is, between editing, between, like I said, in editing, what they decide to keep, what they decide not to keep. We don't shoot. One, we don't know what the edit is going, what the result's going to be. Two, we don't shoot in order, so we don't know. It's a scramble. Like they shoot the last episode on day one. It's a hodgepodge of stuff, you know. And then we all have different storylines. Like Marvin has his own storyline between his daughter, the dude from therapy, and the detective. We're not on set together every day and so forth. When we do a table read, that's one draft. By the time we get on set, there's another draft. They've updated things from the table read from what they heard us do. They say, okay, we need to change this don't flow. So by the time the show come out, it's new to us. As it's new to people, like, hey, tell me what's going on, brother. Okay, let me know what's. I'm like, I can't. Man, you act, you jive turkey. I'm like, listen, brother. We don't know what's going on in the show because those reasons I mentioned. We shoot different days. We shoot out of order between the edits. We don't know. So, not to be verbose about this, but as actors, we're putting this together as the audience is putting it together. We don't. Like I said, I've learned more about the show from her and my followers than I don't know. I don't watch the show. Forgive me, stars, but I'm gonna get around to it.
So, there's two more questions. One of the things I wanted to say, what I learned from the show, just from the first episode, when Kanan talked to the mother about the father, when she described him, I saw something in all of y'all from the father. Like, I was like, okay, father used to box, scrappy. So I was like, that's Marvin. Because Marvin stands on business, he's fighting, he's scrappy. The father was a creative musician. That's Lou. And then Lou said about the father, he was his own man, that he didn't lick nobody's boots. I was like, that's Rock.
That's Rock.
So I was like, so I saw all the traits of the father in all the Thomas kids. I was like,
it's nice.
I was like, there it is.
See, she's doing exactly what I'm talking about, which is she's putting together the puzzle. Right here, it's happening in real time.
Yeah.
That's nice. Absolutely. See, I didn't know they even said it about. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's the first episode when Kanan had to do his paper and
on the history of it.
Yeah, and then when he interviewed you and you talked about how you how Marvin admired the father and stuff, and how he was a boxer and all of that stuff, and I was like, oh, I said Marvin is like that.
Marvin's like that.
And then the creativity, that's Lou. And Lou said he was his own man. I said, that's Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a boss.
Absolutely.
So I was like, all the kids come from Papa Elijah.
Absolutely.
What's his name? That's isn't it Elijah? Isn't it Elijah?
Look at
I think it's Elijah.
I never even knew that, never known that. Wow.
Elijah, Papa Thomas. Yeah. So
Elijah, okay.
I want to ask you about Juke.
Yes.
And then after that, I'll ask you about Black College Expo real quick, and then we can get out of here.
No problem.
So the relationship between you and Juke, I love the evolution between you guys, and we see Juke came home in episode 2. She left the basic training, and Marv welcomed her home with no problems, no questions asked. And you guys seem to be on a positive trajectory. Will it remain that way? Will there be some ups and downs?
Like any family, there's gonna be some ups and downs. But I think that in this season, without giving too much away, in this season, I think Marvin starts to discover that he and his daughter aren't really that far apart from each other, which starts to tug at his heart. He starts to realize, man, a lot of my characteristics, my daughter has adopted a lot of, Marvin says, a lot of my characteristics, my daughter has adopted. And so, season 1, they kind of had strange relationships. It was off. Season 2 and 3, they start working to build, and like I said, they're repairing. And in season 3, he became super dad. But in season 4, in being super dad, he starts to realize, oh shoot, I think my daughter, I'm starting to see some of my ways in her. Which a lot now he starts to become a little more protective. Or he tries to be. But at this point, Juke gonna do Juke. Yeah. But Marvin's like, oh, wait. He's trying to set up boundaries now. But at this point, it's can he do it? Can he set up boundaries now? It's been a while now. She's becoming a young lady. And so I think that's Marvin's biggest fear going into season 4 is starting to see his characteristics within his daughter. So it's like, how can he fix that? We don't know.
Love that. And before we get out of here, Black College Expo, can you share with us some of the words, the gems that you share with the students?
Basically, I'm an ambassador for NCRF, National College Resources Foundation, and with me and Yo-Yo, Kel Mitchell, and Da Vinci from BMF, some of what we do is we give out scholarships. But my segment is like dreams to reality. How do people bring about what it is that they've been dreaming about? How do we make it, bring it to life? And because I don't come from no special school, I don't come from no special home. I grew up on Section 8, government assistance, went to a regular high school. I'm just a regular, keep it clean, Negro. But I'm just somebody that just was very focused and very disciplined on what it is I wanted. We have to ask ourselves, how bad do we want what it is we say we want? Everybody can talk about manifesting stuff, and we have vision boards, but if your character is not in a position to receive what it is we're asking for, we won't get it. A lot of people want what they want, but it's like this. Some people be talking about they want their own business, but they bad with finances. It's not gonna line up. We gotta have the discipline and the focus to go after what it is we want, and that's what I encourage these kids to do. But we're not just talking about it; we're about it. Like I said, back in the 80s, there was only like 5 professions: doctor, teacher, lawyer. If you was super tall or athletic, you'd be an athlete, and a fireman. And it was only like a couple things. Now today, through the program and different things, you realize you can't make money all day just playing games. Oh, yes, you can. Today, we got a segment. Shout out to Eric and his partner. It's a whole gaming industry, video game. And so my thing is, when I talk to these kids, is to let them know you can really do something these days, man. But if you gotta have the focus and the discipline to do it. When everybody else want to hang out, want to party, want to go to the mall and everything, forget all of that. Do something every day to push you closer to where you want to be. I get too excited and passionate about this, but that's why I'm here. Just let the kids know, or let the students know, they're not talking to somebody that's a has-been, woulda, shoulda, coulda been. Right here today, online, streaming, on TV. I'm in it. I'm living the dream. Pause when I said I'm in it. I'm in the dream. I gotta say that. But I'm living the reality of the thought. It's happening. I'm not somebody talking to them like some esoteric idea. I'm in the mix of it, which is like, go. You gotta go for it. Forget all of that. Go for it. It can happen. It's a real thing. And so, anyway, I get too excited about this. Let me chill out.
No. We needed to hear this. London Brown, a.k.a. Marvin Thomas.
Boom.
He's one of our favorite characters from Raising Kanan, imparting all this wisdom to the kids at the Black College Expo, shining light on season 4, Raising
Come on,
Kanan.
somebody.
He's an amazing actor and a comedian, as you can see. So, thank you for taking time out to talk to me today.
I appreciate it.
I really appreciate it. I'm glad he's in D.C., y'all. He outside.
We outside. You don't know.
Make me not go that way, love. Say we go feel amazing. Say we go feel okay, yeah. I know everybody got things on their mind now, but this time can make it forget them. I get the shy, I get the drink up. If you got mine, I make me link up. Me I come for party, me I come for party.